star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East. And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Now, here's Richardson. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Horford, no luck.
They are out of rhythm, 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
2 points, that one goes. And here are the Jazz now. They're on a 12-4 run. Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Over Richardson. That's good for Mitchell on the assist from Conley. Mitchell's got 9 points.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Now, here's Richardson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 10 points separating the teams. Goes up the baseline. Again, the Jazz score.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Embiid against Conley. Stolen by Conley. Bogdanovich passes to O'Neal. Knocked away. Richardson. Gobert with the block.
You really have to be careful with Gobert lurking around. He'll send it back.
Here's Mitchell. He's coming off a 16-point game against Toronto. Outside Conley. Passes to Gobert. Back to Conley. The Jazz working the ball around now. And Utah turns it over again. Last time they met was in Utah.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
As long as they maintain that same aggressiveness, they should be in solid shape to come away victorious again.
Here's Bogdanovich. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Bogdanovich has got his second basket of the game.
And I like the commitment from Bogdanovich. Even when he gets knocked around, he stays focused on the rim.
And he gets it to go.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
And in a league obsessed with shooting, easy to see why Bojan Bogdanovich has solidified himself as a key player.
I mean, over 40% from long range in recent years, competes defensively. He's a player.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced really tell the story.
They had active hands on the defensive end, and it paid off. A lot of easy baskets and transitions because of that.
Mitchell's shot is good.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Now here's Simmons. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
And he really made an impact defensively. His 4 steals were huge.
Mitchell with it, and it's Richardson picking him up.
Failure to take care of the basketball against Donovan Mitchell, you're asking for trouble.
1:14 left in the first. And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. They trail by 18. Wasted no time on that one. Richardson's got 5.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 13. Outside Conley. Beyond the arc. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Simmons against Conley. Simmons passes to Richardson. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Jazz leading by 18. To the middle. Here's Bogdanovich. And it's sent back by Horford. Harris looking it over. Pass to Horford. Simmons against Mitchell. Pass to Embiid. Shoots a fader. And the 76ers get it back. Gobert with the block. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Utah Jazz. He put together quite a quarter. 13 points in all. And he... Mike Conley, one of the best players never to play in an All-Star.
The underrated Mike Conley thing is...
And as he said, in the West, so many great guards.
And he's been a part of some winning teams, certainly. Has been in the conversation. He'll just have to be content with that max contract.
Out of bounds.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Jazz, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Scott is out there with Harris. Then it's Simmons. Then there's Horford. And it's Korkmaz in at the 2 guard. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Jeff Green, he's checked in for the Jazz. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Harris has got his first basket of the night. Jazz leading by 16. Here's Mitchell. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Philadelphia shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively, to say the least.
And Smitty, as tough as they are on D, the Jazz have been middle of the pack offensively. How do they improve there?
You know, GA, they can be a top 10 offense. The 2 things that held them back are turnovers and poor free throw shooting.
What breathtaking quickness by Simmons. So good at blowing by whoever is brave enough to try to take him on.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz, DA. Thank you.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Korkmaz passes to Simmons. Back to Korkmaz. Here's Horford. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Wednesday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And no secret that this team can be very tough in their own building. And that's good news as they are loaded up with home games over the next stretch. This is a chance to create some separation.
The emphasis on freedom of movement, less grabbing and holding on the perimeter, Steve, has made some players almost impossible to defend.
Yeah, James Harden, because he likes to be physical, and it's how can you not guard him without being physical? In return, Steph Curry, because he gets the opening shoot shots. Lillard, Kyrie, Devin Booker, Giannis, Kevin Durant for sure. It's hard to guard these guys because they're so good on the offensive end.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line.
And the Jazz players are appreciating how strong the Jazz organization's response was last season to some fans who crossed the line using discriminatory racial language against Russell Westbrook.
Chairman Gail Miller, I thought, did an excellent job. She got all over this and got out ahead of it. Reminded them as a community, we're better than this. It's all about respect.
And Simmons kicks to Scott.
Hey, yo, right here, right here.
Simmons passes to Horford. Harris inside the line. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Green. Gobert trying to get open. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Harris against Ingles. That's good from Harris on the assist by Scott. Harris has got his second bucket of the game to go.
A big part of what makes Harris a more physical player right now is he has filled out his frame, and he is able to finish through contact.
Here's Mitchell. No good on that one. And it's Philadelphia the other way. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. James Ennis, he'll check in for Philadelphia. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Green in the post. Harris is there. And that one's good. Green.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Inside. Stolen by Michael Conley. And now running up the court, Ingles pushing it up. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Always in the right place at the right time. Ingles is a guy you trust to make these plays.
The pass to Harris.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and, well, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
For a player this good, still in his 20s, Tobias Harris has been on an astonishing number of teams.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Richardson's checked in. Utah also making some changes. O'Neal's checked in for Green. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Richardson gets a wide open look. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Embiid, he's checked in for Mike Scott. Bogdanovich is checked in for the Jazz. And here's Harris from the arc. It's good from long range. Harris has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well-conceived play. The pass is right on time. Tobias catches in rhythm. Difficult set to defend.
Mudiay dishes to Bogdanovich. He kicks to O'Neal. Clock at 6. Ball's knocked loose. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. Whoa, hammering it in.
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down right there.
Here's Moutier and Embiid with the block. Utah shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. A free throw good from Moutier.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
So he picks up just one from the line that time.
There's a built-in respect for coaches who played in the NBA. The Jazz, Quinn Snyder, never made it that far. But as a point guard, he helped Duke make 3 Final Four appearances.
Smitty, Snyder also an All-American in high school, 2-time Washington State Basketball Player of the Year in high school.
Led Mercer Island to a state title and then experienced coaching in college, the G League, and abroad. He's a lifer, and he's been around the game far and wide.
And that one misses.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
And the second free throw, good.
And the signing of Bojan Bogdanovic, a great move for the Jazz. With his shooting, more spacing for Gobert and Mitchell to operate, he's capable of creating shots on his own as well.
Simmons inside, defended by Moutier. Here's Embiid, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Embiid's got his second basket of the night.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
And so it's Moutier with it. He'll bring it up for Utah. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
A rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
Point blank, this is a bad combination. If you're looking to get stops, that's not the way.
They get the rebound. Embiid's shot is good. Embiid's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Simmons against Moutier. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
And he knocks down the first one. And he can't hit the second. Outside, Simmons. Over Mitchell. Poke loose. 2 on the clock. And Simmons with the layup. Simmons got 8 points.
And loves to operate around the rim. Simmons' tall frame helps him to beat defenders.
And so it's the Utah Jazz feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've got their... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Donovan Mitchell was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 17 points, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly, and so far he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
It was just Donovan Mitchell imposing his will. Physically gifted, coachable, and the man works tirelessly. So much heart in this game.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue, chicken alert.
And that should...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Jazz, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal. And it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. Harris misses.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
It's hauled in by Richardson. The 76ers trail by 17. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
That free throw missing. And every so often, Steve, we'll see 2 teammates fighting over a rebound. You ever have a teammate upset with you for stealing his rebound?
A lot, Kevin. All the bigs I played with, those guys hated when guards came in. They would elbow you, and if you're on their same team, saying get out of here, especially for a lot of those bigs. It was a lot of rebound incentives in their contract, so they wanted to grab every rebound.
Jazz leading by 16. Now Conley. He's got 7. Gobert finds Conley. And it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that
one packing. Here's Mitchell.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Now how they envision this one.
Simmons against Mitchell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovich.
Gotta admire the hard work by Simmons, a genius at drawing contact. And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can, at times, be unstoppable.
That one is off. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
And this summer,